headlines. All set for first phase polling tomorrow. Officials and security personnel reach their respective polling stations. And international gates at Moree closed for state assembly election. Welcome to ISTV News. Now the news in detail. Polling officials and security personnel have already reached their respective polling stations for the first phase poll to be held tomorrow. Polling officials along with security personnel left for the polling stations from Imphal West DC and Imphal East DC office complexes today. Manipur police personnel have been exempted from polling duty in tomorrow's polling. Most of the vehicles are hired from outside the state. Security has been tightened up to prevent any unwanted incident during the polling. In view of the elections to the 11th Manipur Legislative Assembly, of which the first phase polling is going to be held tomorrow, the international border gates at Moree have been sealed from today. As per the directive of Additional Chief Secretary of Home Government of Manipur, Dr. J. Suresh Babu, the border gates have been closed. The gates will remain closed on March 3rd and 4th and again on March 7 and 8. Functioning of the Customs and Immigration Office at Moree town has come to a complete halt. All business transactions have been stopped due to the closure of the border gates, and Moree town wore a desolate look. Meanwhile, DC of Tenopal K.H. Raghumani has imposed CRPC 144 in the border area from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. daily. The restriction has been imposed from March 3rd up to March 11th. Elections for tomorrow's poll are completed at 512 polling stations in Imphal West District. A large number of polling personnel and security persons started arriving at the office of DC Imphal West since last night. The polling personnel have not complained anything other than unsatisfied arrangements and non-availability of electricity. The polling personnel and security persons have started going to their respective polling stations for tomorrow's poll.
Thank you. Yes, hello.
On the other hand, for Bishnupur district, presiding officer, polling officials and security personnel have reached Bishnupur mini secretariat. Altogether, 1,180 polling officials and presiding officers will be stationed at 227 polling stations. Additional SP of Bishnupur, Victoria, said 516 police personnel, including women police personnel, and 248 paramilitary forces are deployed for tomorrow's poll.
Civil police ki oina mi Samapan Karahena Dum, Akoi Thari, Aduga IGBP Gisu, 31 companies like high river security agency Punak se Pulaga Akoi board asi peacefully conduct Obanga Magani, Haina Taze.
Even as all preparations are made for the first phase polling tomorrow, campaign for the second phase poll to be held on March 8 has been intensified in the rest of the assembly constituencies. Ex-MP Yumnam Yaima has passed away at 8 this morning. He was 95. He is survived by his wife, 5 sons and 4 daughters. The late ex-MP was popularly known as Oinam Yaima or Oza Yaima, as he was born to a family at Oinam and served as a teacher for 8 years at high schools at Bishnupur, Nambol and Moirang. He completed metric from Kolkata University in 1940 and passed BA in 1952 from Guwahati University. He also got special training at All India Cooperative College in Pune. The late ex-MP was only 17 when he stepped in politics under the leadership of Jananeta Hizam Irawat. He was consecutively elected for 7 terms in Oinam Assembly constituency and served the people as minister, speaker and MP in different terms. He continued to work for the betterment of the society even after he retired from politics. Late ex-MP Yumnam Yaima wrote many books based on his life experiences and politics. Some of his best works as an author are Punsi Khongset, A Piece of State Lok Sabha and Shitaram. President of UNC Gaidon Kamai and Publicity Secretary Stephen were produced before the full bench of Manipur High Court today and both were remanded in judicial custody till March 23rd. The court ordered both Gaidon and Stephen along with 14 other UNC members to appear before the court on March 23rd. On the other hand, the High Court has directed the IOC to submit a report on the inconveniences in transportation of fuel on the highways and also to submit report on the stock of petroleum products at the oil pumps. The High Court also directed the Department of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution to submit a report on the stock of life-saving drugs and food grains in the state. A protest demonstration was held today at Lango Lamkai in protest against the incident of hurling of bomb at the residence of candidate of Naga People's Front, K. Leshio Keshing of Fungyar Assembly Constituency, Ukhrul District. The incident happened at his residence at Lango Laimanai, where 9 persons, including a woman, got injured. Chingmi Tammi Apunba Lango Lamkai Maira Paibil Lup and Imphal Senaulong jointly organized the protest demonstration. Chairperson A. Romi condemned such kind of act and injuring innocent people and appealed not to repeat in the future.
Langsin ba hai bisi chatna bi oina tawi ase ima singna phamduna yaning de haina lauru gusu adum hanjin asi gumba tho han bese dum tho hali ase yam yaning de mi kana ki sangsan na nadraga kana ki irai nai gi mi na tho hali bano ase gumba gi wakhal lon se yam tho haning de ase gumba gi sangsan si kana gi sangsan no kana gi lup no ase singtok su pami.
Some unknown persons had placed a hand grenade at the residence of Nationalist People's Party candidate Vivek Raj Wangkem, who is contesting from Khetrigao Assembly constituency. The bomb was found at the courtyard of the house, who is also a national secretary of NPP this morning. The bomb squads have retrieved the bomb from the spot without any casualty. The reason for placing the bomb is still unknown. On the other hand, Tawan Thaba Women's Association staged a sit-in protest at the gate of NPP candidate Vivek Raj Wangkem to condemn the act of placing the hand grenade at his residence. Secretary of the association, L. Kamini, slammed such incident.
Bom lang ji hosi mi cham prajai ko do onjal laga bom lang chan tar ga di makoi mamana ba satheng na ba matam da di makoi kari khulai na mamana mayam ga mairong ya ga duri bano makoi na hai ji mi cham prajai ko do bom lang jan ba dura ai koi ki thin bara ba makoi na pam ji aduna ai koi na ngasi pham bi se makoi na tori ba thabak to ai koi yaning de ai koi pen de makoi gi bom na ai koi gi mi hoi ba gi hak mat pa chu ya roi mana hat thi ba di ai moi na tung bhau da makoi gi ming chat thi ba di le ho ga ni.
Volunteers of UCM, CCSK and Kada last night took out a torch procession demanding revelation of details of the framework agreement signed between the Government of India and NSCN-IM. The procession was taken out at Tinungai in Bishnupur district. The procession started from Tinungai and passed through the surrounding areas of Tinungai. Vice President of Kada, Tinungai Unit Manitombi said the details of the framework agreement should be made public at the earliest. Four vehicles belonging to workers of BJP and LJP of 47 Karong Assembly constituency, which were hijacked by armed militants on March 1st from Vaki at Purul Fuba Chilivai Junction near Purul village, were found completely destroyed by burning today. Of the 4 torch vehicles, 1 Bolero and 1 Tata Sumo belonged to a worker of BJP candidate Jonathan Tao of 47 Karong Assembly constituency. The other 2 vehicles, Alto Car and Tata Sumo, belonged to a worker of LJP candidate KS Savanai of 47 Karong Assembly constituency. No group has claimed responsibility for the incident so far. State Nodal Officer informed that a constable of Mizoram Armed Police has passed away at RIMS Hospital. Kanglepak Students Association and Extrajudicial Execution Victims Family Manipur staged protest demonstration at Kaisampat Lemazam Lekai Community Hall yesterday, demanding punishment of those involved in FEC and counter cases. General Secretary of IFAM Edina Yaikom, President of KSA M. Lakshman, and Executive Director of HRA Bablu Loitongbam attended the protest demonstration.
Demandi maruna khoi pen ko si na basing asi kari mawong tu makona kan khaloi makona ke malenga par ki matamda hari ba khoi pen ko ri kesing asi yar ko tuna asu mobile phangana ba makhoi angam level hona gani loina na manipur pumbadi ka apas palang tok tuna angule ta ba khoi khunai ama sang sang sagat pada political party sing amani makhoi gi legislature sing na angam ba thoda logani hai ba asu waron sing asi yaw soro sing asi pada mission guna makhoi da makhoi go ba
Some persons who came in 2 4-wheelers allegedly fired several rounds in air and assaulted some persons near the residence of BJP candidate in Wangkai Assembly constituency around 11 p.m. last night. The women folk of the area condemned such act and staged a protest demonstration at the ground of Government Primary School at Kurai Ahungai. A civilian was killed and a CRPF Jawan injured when militants hurled a grenade at security forces in Pulwama district of Jammu and Kashmir today. The grenade was hurled at the security forces deployed on law and order duty at Muranchart in the district, 31 kilometers from here, a police official said. He said the blast resulted in the death of a civilian identified as Muhammad Ayub Wani and injuries to a CRPF Jawan Constable Daljit Kiran. Security forces have been put on alert and a manhunt has been launched for the militants, he added. In the recent past, militant attacks in Jammu and Kashmir have become a regular feature. According to official records, in the year 2016, 87 security personnel were killed, militancy-related cases in the state. A total of 165 militants were also killed in 2016, which is the highest in the last 6 years. Last time such an incident took place in February when 3 soldiers were killed in Sofian, Jammu and Kashmir when terrorists attacked on army convoy. And now the headlines once again. All set for first phase polling tomorrow. Officials and security personnel reach their respective polling stations. And international gates at Moree closed for state assembly election. That's all for today and thanks for doing it.